Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
It's great to be here. I believe I'm audible enough. Am I? You can just type yes, you can hear me. If you can. Okay. Thank you very much for having me. And I'm excited and happy to be here. You know, a lot of times when my citation is read, the best part is when they say he's married to his wife. You know, I like that part a lot because, you know, it kind of brings out the softness in all this seemingly serious part of my life, as the case may be. All right, once again, thank you very much. Thank you to the organizers of Thrive Conference, Sarah. Thank you for inviting me. And I met the last part of the last speaker, and it was awesome. It was awesome. At least he's going to be making my life a little bit easier. Okay, so I want to launch in quickly. I'm told I have just 3 minutes. I don't know if I still have 30 minutes though. And then because to just launch quickly. Now I want to start from a positive note. We can still all hear me, right? I'm audible. Hello, can you hear me? Yes, thank you. So one of the things I wanted to just lay a background, a foundation on when we are talking about business, we are talking about entrepreneurship, or we are talking about wealth. Okay? What I've realized is that these things are quite personal. These things are quite, let me just say it's personal because when we all start, like we start in life, like we start in the education we have, like calling my own area, which is medicine. When we all started on is like tracks, ever the same point. So everybody now this pathway they want to. Everybody now decides what they want to become. And one of the first that one would want to ask oneself life is what I usually like call clarity questions, personal questions, clarity questions about yourself. Number one, what do you really want in life? Are you following the bandwagon, everybody, of what everybody is doing? What is your thing, your personal, purpose? For example, now, it's easy for me to say, if somebody asks me what's my purpose, I can just say it in 1 or 2 or 3 lines. I can say I want to be a very wealthy and successful global businessman and medical practitioner. And I want to have global impact. That summarizes almost what I want to become. So most things that I do is centered around those things. It's centered around being global. It's centered around being wealthy. It's centered around impact. Now, and I always say this, I picked this from one of my very close friends, where she told me that in reality, impact is actually the new wealth. Impact is the new wealth. So what you want to do, because everything I also realize, if you're not clear about what you really want to become, then you won't know how to get there. So what really do you want to become? What do you want to do? If you're on your own lane, how do you want to become a better version of yourself continuously? One of the things that we should never ever do is to try and compare ourselves with other people. So first of all, the thing is that you have to decide that is what. So how much of wealth? That's another clarity question. How much of wealth do you want to have? Do you want to have a lot of money? Wealth, of course, goes beyond money. Wealth is just financial wealth. Money is just the financial part of wealth. There's physical wealth, like health. Health too is wealth. There's social wealth. Social wealth is the people, your networks. I'm going to talk about people, the networks, the persons that you have, even going to family and all of that. What kind of wealth? How much of wealth, including spiritual wealth, like we talk about having some level of faith, believing that there's a bigger power, whatever religion or faith that you believe in. What kind of much of wealth? Where do you want to live? What kind of family do you want to have? What kind of skill do you want to possess? What are the things that you really need to get? What vehicles do you want to board to this destination of your purpose? So these are things that, sometimes we have gone further to tell people now that it's even okay to have what they call a vision board. Put it in strategic locations, maybe in your inner room, or it can be in your bedroom, somewhere inner where you see the kind of cars you want to drive, the kind of houses you want to live, the kind of person you want to become. You have to answer these questions, because if you don't answer these questions, this is not about location. Location can help depending on what you want to become, because a lizard in Nigeria will not become an alligator in America. What is on your mind that determines what kind of questions you have been able to. This is where I'm going. I'm now going into business, as I've been told to talk about. Now, for me personally, I'll say a little bit of my story. For me personally, it was very early I decided on that I was going to do business. And for some of you that know me, that they introduced me, I'm a medical doctor, I'm a gynecologist, I'm a surgeon, I'm a lecturer. So I belong to the group of people where you won't expect them to talk so much about business, talk about money. Why is a doctor? But I thought about it early, like, okay, when we were finishing school, we were one of the best. We're supposed to have high IQ. We're supposed to be good. And then I realized that this IQ, would the IQ help if I can translate this into leveraging on becoming a better person, better than my peers, making life better for myself, my immediate family, my extended family, my life, my community, and the world. So I decided early, and I knew when I studied rich people, and I realized that from statistics, 80 to 85% of people that are very rich are businessmen. They're entrepreneurs. Only about 10%, the Warren Buffett and all of that, only about 10, 12% belong to the investors. Of course, these are interconnected, because even if you're an entrepreneur,
Oh, sorry. I guess you encountered network issues. So please let's wait for a brief minute. Okay, he has been locked out of the call. So while we are still waiting for him, I would like to announce once again that there will be a free mentorship for 1 year for 30 people only. Only 30 slots are available. So if you are interested and you're ready to take a step further, that beyond listening, you're ready to put in the work, you're ready to be accountable, then you can click on the link. The link has been dropped. Mr. Sampson, please can you drop the link again? So you can click on the link and join the group. Only 30 people. Once we've reached 30 people, the link will be revoked. So kindly join and be ready to work. Only serious people only, because disciplinary actions will be taken. Also, the link to our Instagram has been dropped. You can follow us on Instagram to get more information on programs like this and how to thrive. Thank you so much. So while we are still waiting for Dr. Adebayo.
so sorry, I just went off. I don't know. I've been trying. I was wondering what caused that. Thank you. I'm so sorry for the break. I hope it doesn't go off again. I'm using all the necessary network, the Wi-Fi, everything around me. Okay, I think I'm okay now. So what I was saying is that, and I realized that 85%, every love the door, please. I realized 5% of the world's richest people were businessmen. So I decided to go on that. So tell everybody around me, except those that really don't want to do that, because it's a personal, to consider business. Because